Thomas here and welcome back to another video. So today we're back here for another speed build, and today we're going to go ahead and create this British suburban home. So if you'd like to go ahead and download it for yourself, it is up on the gallery now. Origin ID is Real Thomas TV1. So this, like I said, is called a British suburban home. This is just a random kind of idea really that I've had on my ideas list for a while, and today we're finally getting around to it. And within the UK there is a lot of different styles of homes. So there's ones like this which resembles what type of house that I live in, of like a new build one, and there's also a lot of older ones as well, like Victorian style ones, but these days you do see a lot of developments of companies making big estates of these new style of homes, and like I said, I live in one myself, and also it is, I just like the modern, it's not ultra modern or anything, but it is like an updated style, which I like. So that's kind of what this house resembles, and just in case you're wondering, thinking to see really old English home, this isn't what this home is. And yes, so a bit of information about the build. So it has 3 bedrooms and 4 bathrooms, and I built it on a 30 by 20 lot in Willow Creek, and it came in at 113,767 simoleons. And then for the packs used today, for expansions I used Seasons, Cats and Dogs, City Living and Get Together. For the game packs I used Parenthood, Dine Out and Spa Day, and for the stuff packs I just used Laundry Day. So if you don't have Laundry Day, no problem with that. I just kind of made a little laundry section within the garage, is that something that a lot of people have. I kind of have the dryer in the garage, but then the actual washing machine is in not the actual kitchen, but the adjacent room to the kitchen in the UK, which we call the utility room. So I have the washing machine in there, and the dryer is in the garage, which I know is like a weird thing to have two like machines that are kind of work together in 2 different rooms, but it is something I see a lot in the UK actually, so that's why I decided to put the laundry machines in the garage in this build. So if you don't have Laundry Day, not really a problem, it just means you're not going to have the little laundry section within the garage. I did also use a few rugs from there as well, but actually if you don't have a pack, I think the game just replaces the items once you place the build with something that you already have in game, like from base game or something like that, so that is probably what would happen. Anyway, so like I said, that is up on the gallery, and there will also be a link in the description to the online gallery if you want to go ahead and download the build that way. So I didn't really follow a floor plan or anything for this build. I kind of just used my own knowledge that I have from living in a house like this, and also seeing a lot of other homes around me like this as well. So when I went in to do the floor plan, I didn't really do the whole floor plan at the beginning, but you may have seen me do sort of like get the rooms sort of in as how they may be, if that makes sense. So most of the time what I do is that in a build I do the whole exterior, and then afterwards I think about the floor plan once I start moving on to the interior, which doesn't work for some people, but that's just what I like to do. But for today, since I had a kind of idea of what I wanted the floor plan to kind of be like in terms of its layout, I just sort of put a little bit of a floor plan in as I was still doing the exterior walls, which I don't always do. So for the back of the home here, as you can see, I did go ahead and put a glass roof in. Now this kind of put 2 ideas into one. The first thing is that I see a lot of British homes have conservatories on the back of the home, most of the time with like a glass roof like this. I have one myself, and then I also see a lot of people who do like a modern extension on the back of the homes with like the Velux windows going along, and like a big glass modern extension on the back of the home where they have like a kitchen diner space in there. So I kind of took those 2 ideas and put them into one. So where the glass roof section is the dining part of like a modern kitchen diner. So the back of the house is very updated with a very modern kitchen, which I think is a other thing you see as well. So there is a lot of homes like this which aren't completely brand new. You know, there's a lot of homes like this which are very modern looking compared to what you see now being built, which are still, you know, built like 20 years ago. But within them you'll see a lot of modern extensions and updated things, like in bathrooms, really modern bathrooms being renovated, and also kitchens as well. So I kind of put a load of different ideas into one with this build, so you see what I did with that later though. And then for the exterior of the build, it is very, very simple, which is something that you'll see a lot. But I've mentioned this a lot of times, but sometimes if you're doing something in The Sims from real life, it can be a little bit boring when it looks like that in The Sims. So I did end up adding like a few pop-outs here and there on the sides, which you wouldn't really see. They're very kind of flat, the sides of the homes here. So that maybe isn't that authentic to it, but I just had to do it to not make myself go crazy, make the build look horrible, because it'll be too simple for The Sims. So I had to go ahead and do that. And now we're on the interior, so it is a very light kind of neutral colour scheme, which again is something that you see a lot, so that's what I did here. And we're just doing a little living room area over here. I did kind of change up things here and there, so this was like a separate room to begin with, but then I added in another archway in the living room, so it kind of wraps around from the living room there, as you can see, into the dining area at the back of the home. And like I said, there are 3 bedrooms and 4 bathrooms, which is kind of a lot of bathrooms compared to bedrooms. I know it's only 1 more bathroom, but for a size of home like this, it is kind of a lot, I would say. We have 4 bedrooms and 3 bathrooms in ours, but we use one of the bedrooms as like a study room instead. So yeah, I should have had, you know, the other way around for those bedroom and bathroom numbers, but I don't think it matters. You can adjust things if you need to. So in other news, my build challenge, my shell build challenge is now finished. I did do a video the other day, touring some lots and also announcing the winner, so you can go ahead and check that out. And I do also have another build challenge coming up soon. Not too sure when, because I am waiting for the console, the online gallery to come to the console, so then, you know, console players can also get involved with it. So that should probably be happening like maybe February time, I'd imagine, because we haven't really heard anything yet about when we're getting that feature to the consoles. So I think they said at the beginning of the year though, so I'd imagine maybe February at the latest. So hopefully that won't be too much longer, and then I'll do another build challenge. And then we'll have Tiny Living coming up as well. So I think that comes out on the, hang on, let me check my calendar, the 21st. I do get early access as well, I've been confirmed, so you'll be seeing some early access videos for that. And I can actually start putting, I can't tell you the date, on Sunday the 19th at 8 AM Pacific Standard Time, which I believe is 4 PM UK time. So that's when you'll see my first video. I do have a few ideas for what I'm going to do, actually. I'm actually really looking forward to this pack, but I'll leave all my thoughts and everything for my first video. As you know, I don't do a separate kind of review of packs anymore. It's just that I see so many of them, I just don't really find it very useful for me to spend my time on that. I know most of you prefer to see speed builds on my channel, so what I do is the first video I make for a pack, I do my opinions and thoughts within there instead of a review, because, you know, within the reviews it is important to give you opinions and stuff, so I'm not doing reviews anymore, but it's still good for me to still give you my opinions of the pack. So if you're ever looking for that for a particular pack, then it's always the first video I do with that pack I put my opinions into, just so it's easy to find. And yes, so this is the kitchen area here. As you can see, it is very modern, and like I said, it doesn't, you know, you may look at the kitchen and look at the exterior of the home and it doesn't really work that well, but there is a lot of homes like this in the UK which do renovate the interiors of them, make modern extensions and renovations to the home, so when you think of it that way, this does fit in quite nicely. So there is also the glass roof section over here, and also big glass windows, so it's kind of taken that modern extension idea that I told you about before and the conservatory and put them into one, and then I did just go ahead and make this into the dining area. I did also have a little bit of extra space here, so I did go ahead and put a bar area in. Now, I don't know about other homes in the UK, but I don't really think it's a very common thing to have them, but I just thought for entertainment purposes in The Sims and something else for your Sims to do, I'll just go ahead and include it there. And like I said as well, the garage, that just have some other equipment in other than the laundry room, so there's some gym equipment in there, and I think I put the woodworking table in from base game as well, just as some random garagey, I don't think that's a word, type of things in there, just again for more things for your Sims to do within the house. And then we're going to be working on the bedrooms soon. So what I did for the bedrooms is there's one master room with an ensuite bathroom, there's one guest room with an ensuite bathroom, there is kind of like a, well, I'd imagine it to be a teen boys room, but of course it doesn't have to be, and that also has an ensuite bathroom, and then there is one kids room which has no ensuite bathroom, it's just a kids room with a single bed in it, and I imagine that would be for a girl sim, but of course, you know, it doesn't have to be for that. I did get a comment the other day about, you know, associating colours with genders and stuff, so I always just kind of give you a hint of what I might had in mind for a particular sim when I was building that room, but that's just to give you ideas if you don't have a family in mind for this home yet, but you want to use the home. That's why I give you suggestions on kind of what type of sim I'd maybe imagine to live in that room, but you know, it doesn't have to be for that. Like I said, it's just a suggestion for you. And yes, so this room right here is the study. And that is just a fairly simple room downstairs. It does kind of have a modern sort of look to it as well, which I was kind of going for in this home. Not ultra modern, but just like an updated look, so that's what I did there. And I think maybe one or two of the bedrooms also have a desk and a computer in them. Maybe it is the teen boys room, but it might be another one as well. So I know today is a Sunday and you would have been expecting a mansion build, but this week I have mentioned a few times I've got a cold, so it's just been a bit hard to sit down and record. I did actually do this build a few days ago, and I was going to save it for next week and do a mansion today, but it's already, like before I decided it was Saturday, yesterday, and then to think I had to do a mansion build all for today, I thought would be a little bit too much and a bit unrealistic, so that's why you're seeing this today. I know it has been a while since my last kind of weekly mansion build, so hopefully I'll get one out sometime this upcoming week before Sunday, because then that'll be tiny living videos, so hopefully I'll get one out if I can manage it. And yeah, so I am going to go ahead and wrap this voiceover up here. I know it is a little bit early in the video to do that, but as I've mentioned, I do have a cold, so it is kind of hard to talk for this long without having to stop every few seconds to cough. I have to stop this voiceover like 50 times already to cough. So I'm just going to go ahead and wrap this up here. I hope you don't mind. In the comment section down below, let me know about what you thought of this home. Do you have any suggestions for anything else that you want to see on the channel next? Or even anything with tiny living as well, because that'd be really useful to hear any suggestions you have for videos with that pack. You can go ahead and download this build from the gallery. My origin ID is RealThomasTV1, and I'll see you all next time. Bye!